The India-US trade deal has just concluded and it is so nuanced and so interesting in terms of what is happening. 18% duty on Indian goods which is going into the US, and majority of American goods coming to India are at zero duty. Earlier it was 50%. So the first nuance is the rate which India has got is better than some of the emerging countries. China is 34, Indonesia, Vietnam are 19 to 20%. But if you look at the interesting nuances, India didn't have too much of a choice in this, but they played it really well. So if you look at the size of the economy, US is $30 trillion, India's biggest export market. India is surrounded by enemies on all sides. So India really needed this deal. And the US actually blinked because of the India-EU deal that happened, and India is trying to warm up to China. That's why the US blinked and gave India the deal. Now there are three areas which are still not clear. Number one, in terms of what happens to services, which is the H-1B visas that is most critical. Number two is agricultural products, which was the hard line for India. So US has said all of the American farm products will come to India. Almonds and pistas is not an issue for the Indian farmer. The issue is cotton and soybean oil. And Indian government hasn't come back in terms of what is going to happen on that. And number three is oil. The US said India will stop buying Russian oil. India has reduced purchase of Russian oil. But what India is doing is also buying defense equipment from Russia. So Russia has similar money and India will buy from Venezuela. What does it mean for the Indian consumer? A lot of made in America items will be cheaper by 18%. Number two, if you're working in the jewellery, leather, textile sector, that export market which had got blocked has now got opened up. All in all, you should say the Indian negotiators did a very good job. What do you think? Forward this reel to a friend of yours.